Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Count Christo and this is The Light in the East, a wonderful Ottoman campaign in MEIOU and Taxes 2.5.2.06. We shall assign some generals, get another one. Ooh, he's surprisingly bad considering how high his stats are, because the fire is it's almost useless, but 4 maneuvers okay and the siege pip's nice. We'll get them both drilling. You could do with some more men. Might as well just build to force limit, scare off any uppity coalition lot. We could have been allies, Naples. Just because you, took all this land. That was a bit of a stumbling block in our relationship. Alright, there is the paved road network unlocked. That's a very big deal, because as you know, we are lacking paved roads in many of our important cities. So we'd like them in Bursa, Attica, Izmit and Izmir. Izmit and Izmir, that way around. So let's work on that. Bursa is obviously the highest priority. It's going to cost 250 ducats. Hey, locals, please contribute 25%. Wait, what? Base upgrade costs oh, right, sorry. It's going to cost 951 ducats. The base is 250. I would love to have some urban wealth contributed. And I would also love to have some rural wealth contributed, that it seemed like was an option, but now is not. Interesting. Manpower. I really don't want to spend quite so much manpower. So I guess we are going to probably spend 700 ducats to get those roads. But it's going to be well worth it. The local urban production here is valuable. You ran out of diplomacy points. Thank you, chat. Thank you very much. So we did. We can negotiate for the rural wealth once that comes back. Let's start spying on Hungary in anticipation of our war against them. We don't really need to be spying on Wallachia. Okay, anything else? Don't think so. Those Zetan separatists just about to rise. We can actually stand here. So let's go do that. Hopefully they'll get a bit of morale back. There's only 4,000 of them rising, so it's not likely to be a challenge either way. Genoa is blocking exports. Poland, I believe I can embargo you because we had a truce when we were first rivals. Nice, that puts us just over 50. And yes, the tick down of the humiliation against Hungary is a bit of a problem. Let's do a insult against France. Get a bit more power protection there. Keep us nicely over the limit. You are taking attrition. It lied to me. Alright, well, you can come back. Or actually, no. Hello, stay there. Yes. Just have one of the guys leave. I would like to, if possible, avoid them winning any sieges and damaging my provinces. So hey, Bursa. Oh, I still can't do it, even though I no longer run out of Diplo. Interesting. Not sure what's causing that then. Well, would I like to take 5 noble loyalty in exchange for a bunch of road progress? Yes, I would. Although, actually, I would also like to do something a little sneaky. We're going to take the extra manpower, which is effective 25,000 extra men in the eyes of the AI. And we're going to save. I think you might see where this is going. We're going to load. And that's probably going to make Naples leave the coalition. Is my guess. Excuse me. I was going to say long day, but it's not a long day. I've only been out awake for like 7 hours. This is probably the last episode, by the way, just for stream's benefit. It's probably going to be the last episode I record today. My fiancée is returning from a trip today. And so I will be preparing her dinner. There we go. Naples has left the coalition. Zeta and Wallachia have left the coalition, as expected. And so now they've done that, we're going to use the manpower to build roads. Here you go. Have 75% of the costs. Road upgrades in Bursa have begun. So I think we might still declare war on Zeta and full call Venice. So let's position men to carry that out. And we're going to take Crete off Venice. as the main objective of this, as well as obviously taking Zeta. Should be good. I think we might go high loot, even though we want to take Crete, because we don't want to take Wallachia, and I could do with the loot in Wallachia. We can rebuild Crete. No. It's so inefficient to burn down areas you're going to take. Even if you're looting a whole bunch of other areas you're not going to take. It's just ineffective to do that. But the upgrades in Bursa are going to be very helpful. In mere 5 years, we'll be getting these lovely bonuses to trade power, urban gravity, and urban production power, which we will, of course, very much appreciate. So, we need to be able to finish this war in 2 years, such that we can declare war on Hungary after that, at the end of that truce. I believe we can do it in 2 years. You have any unmaintained forts? Nope. Yeah, we're ready, I think. So we're going to full call Venice. And if do that... Is Venice not calling anyone else in? Ferrara and Pisa. Are they already in it? Ferrara is, Pisa isn't. I'm going to call the Mamluks in because why not? And they'll help with our naval situation. Could full call Wallachia. That would get Hungary in it. Don't do that. For God's sake, don't do that. Okay, let's do it. We're going to have the supply limit here. Wallachia joins in, of course. Little 3 fort here. We will put just slightly more than we need there. Split up. And give me the looting pop-up, please. Excuse me, the looting pop-up, please. Must be a level 1 in here, right? Yeah. Let's get our navy organized. See what we can do to get this blockade done. Would like to repair, ideally. We will heavily restrict looting. Offensive war. Where are you going now? Back up to the Straits of Oranto. They have a mere 5,000 men, but they're obviously going to raise up a bunch more than that in estate levies. See if we can catch them out. Poland is no longer a valid rival. Wow, really? Eclipsed Poland. That's pretty good, huh? Revoke that embargo. Let's start spying on these guys again. We are catching them here, but they're reinforcing. So actually I'm just going to move in and stop them fielding that feudal heavy cavalry. That could potentially cause issues for us. And we're going to be piecing out Wallachia, but without fully sieging them, because I don't think there's any reason for us to throw lives away. In terms of the manpower cost of fully sieging them, in fact, Wallachia, rather, if you're willing to go now, that would be amenable to me. I'm going to let some of our guys repair here. Pouring up there, good. Yeah, if you just want to push off at an early juncture, that's totally fine by me. In the fullness of time, we might vassalize them. We might directly annex them. We'll probably vassalize them. Because I'm not that interested in directly owning this land until we have a really good road network ready to get low stuff there. But then again, I mean, I don't know. It's a constant warfare in my head between should we, which sounds like a heavy metal album, by the way, warfare in my head, but the constant struggle between, do I want to allow just there to be a bunch of really high autonomy land just to make the estates richer? And there's pros and cons, and there's a lot of pros, to be honest. But right now we don't have the admin points to call lots of additional land that we're not going to be able to get lots of money out of. So we should keep that in mind and keep them probably as a vassal for now. Not keen on this Wallachian beeline down to the south. We need another fort, maybe here. Would a fort here work? It might not because it's on the border, but a fort here should mean that the AI can't walk here then here, or here then here. but it can be a bit complicated because of where technically their entry province is, because it's on the border. I'd really rather they didn't. Where are you going? You're going to go and fail to siege Constantinople? What's your plan here, my man? What's the game? Not sure. Not sure what their thinking is there. So in terms of other roads, now that we're getting more money, Athens is an obvious choice. Izmit is an obvious choice. I think probably these high production provinces in the east are the best choice. So that's going to cost 100,000 to get the one here, but Karaman is a really big city, so that's going to be worth it. That's what I'm going to build next. We're going to save up 1,800 ducats and build some roads in Karaman. I swear roads have got more expensive than when I last played. I don't remember them being 1,800. This is a big province, but still. We can get some monthly autonomy down. Beautiful, although we are approaching 50% in like all of our non-stated provinces. Oh, hello. The Venetians have arrived. See if we can catch them in the highlands here. I think I'm going to make my king a ruler because my heir is better. Only slightly, and he is tolerant, but good win there. Let's send a few here, a few here. They don't cause province trauma just by sieging, do they? I think they actually have to complete the siege to cause trauma and to actually take any local wealth. So I think we're okay on that. I mean, they're going to need 10,000 men to siege this, so it's not going to happen. I could sally forth and we might win. Crushing these guys with massively superior numbers. And then Venice is doubling back to attack us in Zeta, but we can probably be there in time to scare them away. Not to scare them away, but in time to kill them all, in fact. Even better. Obviously, I'd love to loot and burn Venice, but it's not worth it to destroy the Cretan land. We can get some innovativeness by taking this really ahead of time. I'll do that if someone else takes it, so we have a limited time, because I would like more innovativeness. The production efficiency is nice, as is the global institution spread. It's not like vanilla where it gives you a just a kind of global monarch point discount. In MEIOU taxes, it gives you more, shall we say, coherent bonuses. All right, here comes the Mamluks. Let's chase down the Valachians. Or actually, no, these guys can go and be part of the Cretan landings. Should be good. Oh, hello. Passau has arrived. Turn around. Bit of input lag there. Always good. Spymaster's dead. That's a shame. He was our half-price guy. But in his place, I will be delighted to recruit this chappie. And I'm not sure we need to upgrade him because we're not short on Diplo points right now. But I am prepared to pay 4 ducats a month for an extra dip point. Yeah. I might be prepared to upgrade our admin guy as well. Yeah, I think that's prudent. It's only 5 ducats for all 3 points, so we've got a lot of coring to do. We've got a lot of full coring to do. Oh, okay. They're not willing to take the fight. That's a good sign. Yep, there they go. Stack wipe. Are we like, how are we doing on average, like tech-wise? Yeah, we're doing pretty well. We're not the very top of the pack, but our 15 military is putting us at least at the front of the pack. Only Friuli is doing better than us right now. Nice. Alright, here's another little stack wipe. And ideally I don't want to fight them in the mountains. We would win, but yeah, if we can get them fleeing, okay. Oh, fleeing again. Yeah, we can get them to lock into the highlands. I'd much rather fight them in the highlands. So it's level 3. I'll need both of these then. Yep, got him in the highlands. More reinforcements coming in, but too little, too late. This is why we have such good army tradition. Endless glorious fights, keeping us capped at 97. Very, very nice. Indeed. Not concerned about my external kind of peripheral forts being sieged. It's not an area of great concern for me. A question of rights. It's because we have claims on all this land. I'm happy to lose my claim on the former Serbian capital. It's fine by me. Let's have the boats come and meet my unit troops up here. Oh, they have some actual men raised on Crete now. Must be, not must be, but are almost certainly estate levies. Just 2 level 1 forts on Crete rather. Should be very easy for us to bump them out. How many men from Crimea are here? 1. Okay, we can take off these guys then, and we'll put in the general because he's got a siege pip. Excuse me. The navy can go blockade Venice, honestly. Another siege bites the dust in the north. Any level 2s around here? No. In that case, let's see if we can scare them off that siege of our fort. I mean, sure, I don't mind too much if it falls because it's not like an integral part of the country, but I'd rather it didn't fall. No point just willingly taking damage to our economy. Boom, 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 boom. Don't need to keep influencing Crimea. You can come over as well. Yep, they've already been scared off. Ah. Alright, go land these men, and the rest can come up here and make sure they don't make moves for my war goal. Although actually that's too many coming from the north. The Mamluks have showed up to siege Venice. Nice. Right, how long we got now on the... it's November of 1444, we need to be at war with Hungary, so we need to get those Cretan sieges done pronto. Let's land where they're not. As Sun Tzu said, hit them where they are not. Good advice. Works in Hoi as well. Don't really need to siege this province, I feel. Let's just not take the extra attrition. These 2 sieges will be enough. Alright, land in Knossos. What was Knossos, anyway? I guess we'll hang out in the mountains. It's likely to intimidate them a bit, but they're not going to come after us, probably. You guys go and reinforce them. Closing in on a year now. A little nervous. We're not going to land here until August. Need to get this war done, for sure. You're willing to go now, right? No? What? With a fort and 3 provinces? Come now. I guess we haven't killed their army. That's the... How's your military tech doing, Wallachia? 12 to 15? Alright, we can take a fight with you. We can take a fight with you. No problem. And yes, the Mamluks are rolling cannons into eastern Italy. Amazing. You love to see it. Don't need to spy on Zeta anymore. Spying on Hungary is still useful because it lowers the amount of aggressive expansion we actually cause. We could probably do with a subject diplomat, just kind of going. Exploiting the sugar province in Cyprus. I'm not aware of such a sugar province. Nice. No, I guess the only way we can really exploit that is a canal, right? Basically, to get the cash crop going. What should that cost? We could actually afford this soon. What are the cash crops? Told him about it, he ignored my messages. I'm sorry, I missed it. I didn't mean to ignore you. Trade goods, current price. Ammunition. Okay, where makes ammunition? Hardware, armaments, jewelry. All right, these are the urban goods. Okay. Well, except nutmeg. Carpet, marble, furniture, steel, coal. Salt, copper, rum, alum, lead, incense. So then dye is really good. And then basically all of these are on a par. So these are all like the main, these are like the cash crops. I mean, some of them. Dye, tobacco, sugar. Yeah, okay. So what can we do to encourage exploitation of this sugar in southern Crete? We can lower the autonomy to get more cash for ourselves out of it. Although we can build an irrigation canal, which we're going to do immediately. Significant infrastructure. No, I'd like to partner with a local estate. Wow, that's expensive. We have Diplo points right now, though. Sure. Greater nobles. Then we'll pay it. The first canals I've built in MEIOU and taxes for probably a year. We'll build some canals. Do roads affect it? I don't think they do. Lower autonomy above all. Yeah, so to do that, we need... Is there a port in the other province? Yeah, so to do that, we need to get a better dockland here, and then better roads and better relay ports in general. Maybe we make this the relay port in this area rather than here or here. I mean, sure, the communication efficiency going over here will land here, but... So I think we can make... The two big ports we're going to build in this area are going to be here and here. Lefkosa could use a port as well. Do you think it would be faster to get the communication to land directly in Lefkosa? It probably would. Than in a bay? Yeah, maybe. Only canal I ever built is the Suez one. Yeah, I'm gonna guess we might as well work on a port there as well. Naval is always better. I know, but it's isn't there a multiplicative reduction on travel time when you arrive in a bay, in a like a natural harbour? It cuts off some of the travel time. So I'm wondering whether it would cut off enough of the travel time that it would be worth then taking the relatively short trip across. Talking from experience, many Byzantine runs. Fair enough. Well, that's a good tip, thank you. Where else do we have some cash crops? Let's take a look here. Olives are not bad, but not stupendous. How about wine? Wine is okay. It's like twice as good as normal. Someone pointed out another cash crop province. Right, of course, there's this one. And there's some more sugar down here. Nice. I've never paid attention to this. I'm excited that we're paying attention to this in this campaign. It really makes it feel fresh and interesting that we're paying even like more attention, not just developing cities in good city provinces, but actually working on rural goods. I love it. Oh, roads is roads and here. Oh, no, that's fish, but roads is this as well. Nice. Not much population here in roads. Should get some town development going. Get extra 10% from this. Should probably save up, give them an actual commune hall though. Although, I mean, there's not much reason to have a town if you're just trying to focus on the rural goods. Anyway, let's focus on the war for now. But yes, my investments for now are going to be a little bit of roads and a little bit of Lefkosa. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's a Greek or a Turkish name, which would affect how I tried to pronounce it. You guys get wiped out. Grab the good general. Then we can come pick up some more from Gallipoli. Roads doesn't need roads. Of course it does. Because you have to go from the port to the center and then back again if you're relaying through it. Which doesn't make any sense, but is the way it is. I'm going to leave 1,000 behind to keep that siege going, and then we're going to try and run both these sieges at once with the existing troops. Alright, caught them. Nice. Wait, what? Yeah, I learned this too. I learned this recently, which means that you definitely don't want to use a province like Sinai as a province. Although I was being told separate. I'm not certain if it's port to city to port or port to center of province to port. The guy I was talking to wasn't sure. And in case it sounds unlikely, because I said guy I was talking to, the guy I was talking to was a developer of the mod. So you should. I take their word for it. I'm not saying you weren't. I'm just saying it's to make you feel more confident. Roads and naval provinces weren't needed for sea cruise when you're using ports. Yeah, so apparently they are. Which was news to me as well. Alright, it's November. We've got 1 year left in this war. You can go, Wallachia. Money. What's it like to have a colonial empire in this mod? My only experience is a tiny Milan campaign in my current Ottoman one. It's fun. I like it. The AI is not very good at urbanizing, so it kind of, unless you subsidize them a lot, it kind of puts you at the helm of development increasing in your colonial subjects. But it's really good fun. I enjoyed it. My main one I've done is as the Anglo-British Union. In about 5 minutes when I end this episode, I will I'll show you the campaign we ran. So how much more could we get if we waited? A tiny bit, not needed. You can go over Lakia. Stop attaching to me, by the way. You're causing attrition here. There's a lot more money to be had in Asia, yes, but the Americas are inexpensive to take. You have to take a few idea groups, but in terms of actual cash to colonize them, if you don't urbanize them, which you don't have to, you still get plenty of money out of them without much urbanization, you can get very nice returns. Where are you going, Venice? What's your plan here? We're going to hide on an island against this navally superior force. Great idea. But yes, just like in Vanilla E4, not just like, it's more extreme in this, but the real money to be had is in Asia. But in terms of monarch points to core and cash to fund armies and manpower for armies, the Americas generate very good bang for buck. And I think some people misinterpret the lack of urbanization as a lack of value. You can get a lot of value out of the trade. We don't actually need these reinforcements that I sailed in. And it's all totally changing for 3.0, obviously. Like how the colonial nations work. The colonial regions are changing radically in especially getting a lot more consolidated, which will mean a lot richer estates and a lot more kind of, oh hey, nice timing, a lot kind of more estate-driven development in your colonies, because they'll be, you know, holding more land. So that's what we want. Finally securing the Aegean. It's technically not in the Aegean. Not in the Aegean node, anyway. Is Crete in the Aegean Sea? It's not really, is it? It borders the Aegean Sea, but south of Crete is not the Aegean Sea, so I wouldn't say it's in it. So they're saying no, because it would result in their vassalization. So just to take Crete, 38 aggressor expansion. 38 aggressor expansion. So we'll do this. People complain that you can't see the tick because the tooltip is in the way. You can definitely see the tick through the tooltip. Do I want to wait for this siege? No. 38 aggressive expansion means that Venice will join the coalition. I'm not scared of no Venice. I mean, we don't need to take Zeta itself, do we? It's a pretty piddling little province with nothing really going for it. So, I mean, no offense, but yay, Aegean Islands! We can get 20% more sailors, guys. Let's sailors are something that, I mean, this is the true testament to MEIOU and Taxes 3.0. MEIOU Taxes 3.0 manages to make sailors an interesting mechanic. Protect the Aegean. You guys are all heading north. You guys can rally up. Rhodes and Crete bound it, so I suppose whether they're Mediterranean or Aegean is up to date. Well, the Aegean is a section of the Mediterranean. But so I think they're yeah. I mean, it's fair enough to say that they are not in any sea because, and I may blow your mind here, they are islands. So I think it's fair for them to be between two seas and in neither. But yeah, 3.0's naval supply mechanic that replaces sailors is cool and much more impactful. A raiding war's worth it. Wouldn't the cost of the war be more expensive? Naval wars are comically worth it. Playing as the Byzantines, in my camp, I have a big long campaign playing as the Byzantines, like 107 episodes if you want to watch it. We re-established the old border. We constantly did wars against the Mamluks when we didn't border them and they couldn't get to us, where we just like blockaded the whole thing and then took war reps and a bunch of, and like 500 ducats. And it cost us almost nothing, and we did it once every 10 years. It was great. He doesn't remember in this one. Look at this guy flexing. We need to focus on trying to get Athens to develop because the innate fertility here is so good. We want to get that that going. But let's get the commune hall in Rhodes. And I am going to keep urbanizing this one as well. I think a mosque is good. The 10% modifier from the mosque. And now we're moving towards war with Hungary. And I think we probably can call the Mamluks in. Although actually it might be a distant war. Yes, it's too distant, unfortunately. Not even flexing, you just spend more time coding. That's fair enough. So I think we'll just let Zeta go. Like, I'm not that concerned. Well, there's no point ending the war, really, right? We can just declare the war on Hungary while still being at war with them. But with the glorious unification of whatever we're calling this region, let's say Greece, under us, we're going to call it a day there on this episode. And, oh, I have to go do all the washing up I've avoided this weekend while my fiance has been away. And look at that, 1444. Perfect time to call it a day, the beginning of the main game timeline, of course. We have done pretty well for ourselves, I think, in the last 90 years. We've consolidated the home region, got some nice subjects. We've neutered and are about to really twist the knife on one of our main enemies. It's been pretty good. Thank you for watching, everybody. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.